I never like to compare concerts. I think each moment is its own moment. I'm like that as a person. Generally, I don't. I think everything is unique in that respect. So yeah, both were good, and even the one when Mitch got clocked, was still a good concert. I just couldn't understand why a kid would want to jump up and punch him in the face. It's like, why would you do that?
I think he just was drunk, I think.
Yeah, but still, what's the fucking point? It's stupid. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, but going back to what you were talking about, I think there's no problem with drunk fans. You can drink as much as you want, but don't do stupid things like punch people in the face. Whether it's Mitch or whether it's someone else in the audience, why do that? What does that prove? Nothing.
I think it's just lack of teaching in when being kid. And my question.
I don't think it's that. I just think it's just like fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
It's something very unusual when a member of such extreme band like Napalm Death or Punch and Stench is a vegetarian and so on. Do you think that it's kind of ridiculous or it's okay? I mean, in comparison with some bands like Motley Crue or Metallica, who are famous with their drunk orgies and so on and so forth.
No, I mean, people are people at the end of the day. It doesn't matter whether you're in a band or not. Everyone has their own aspects of their character, I'm vegetarian, I'm pretty healthy, I try and live pretty healthy, but that's for me. I'm not trying to set a moral standard, because at the end of the day, people will do and can do what they wish to do. That's up to them, I mean, the whole rock and roll lifestyle thing, it's a bit of a myth, to be honest. It's just like, some people do it because they've got nothing better to do, basically, but I don't live that way, and that's my personal choice. I'm not going to make a moral judgment of someone else, for doing certain things like, drugs or whatever, that's their choice. As long as they're not, like, exploiting someone else or hurting someone else to do it, then whatever, you know what I mean? That's up to them, really. But, yeah, I enjoy living healthy. I live a very simple life, actually, besides that. And you know what? The simplest things in life sometimes can be the best, because you're only on this, and this is going to sound like a real big statement, but you're only on this earth for a certain amount of time, and I think sometimes you have to really appreciate the simplest things, otherwise you'll never have an understanding of other things. I never, you know what, the funny thing is that I never set out to be a musician. That was never my thing. I didn't wake up one day and decide, yeah, I'm going to be a musician. It was never like that. I joined Napalm Death. I didn't join a band to be a musician. I joined Napalm Death because Napalm Death was very special to me. Before I was in the band, I thought they were fantastic, with the previous lineups of the band, I saw it all from the early days, like 84, 85. I saw Napalm Death back then, and they were fucking amazing, to be honest, seriously, and so that's why I joined. When I had the chance, I was like, join Napalm Death? Shit, yeah, I want to join Napalm Death. So that's why I joined, basically. And you know what? I've been in the band like 20, how many years is it now? It's, what is it now, 2010. I've been in the band like 21 years now, in 3 months to be 21 years. And you know what, if it got boring to me, like this playing gigs and stuff like that. I just wouldn't do it anymore, because what's the point? Why half do something if you're not into it? You know? I'm not really listening to that much right now, I've got to be honest with you, because nothing's really like jumped on me, you know, musically recently. I mean, my real favourite bands tend to be like older bands, you know, like Motorhead. In the as the original three-piece, they were like untouchable, you know, and also a Discharge, you know, in the early '81 to, you know, they were amazing, and you know, and yeah, Repulsion, Celtic Frost, you know, in the all fantastic bands, you know, and then stuff like Swans, we always talk about, New York band, and um, all kinds of bands, really, you know. Yeah, people should check it out, definitely. It shows a, you know, I mean, obviously those guys aren't in Napalm anymore, but it shows a different side to the people that were in Napalm. I mean, not everyone's going to be interested in it, because different people like different music, and that's the way things should be. But yeah, definitely check them out. You know, I mean, Jesu, the last stuff that Justin did, I thought was really good. You know, and like Scorn, you know, with Mickey. I mean, I had some strange times with Mickey, you know, and like when Scorn first came out, I was a bit like, oh well, you know, Mickey, what's he doing, you know? But now, when I look back, you know, I think Scorn was pretty different, you know, pretty good, pretty imaginative, you know, and good luck to him, you know.
You have a very interesting T-shirt. What does Sea Shepherd mean?
Sea Shepherd, it's the people that patrol the oceans to stop whale hunting and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some dolphins.
Yeah, there's some dolphins and whales. They're like activists. You know, they got a ship and several other boats, and they got a helicopter, and they patrol the seas to stop people from. With a variety of things like whaling, like going after whales, and seals too. You know, when there's seal calls, they intervene and try to stop. You know. No, the world will always keep turning, because physics keeps the world turning until the world possibly explodes. You know, if the sun comes too close. But yeah, you know, it's a strange one. I mean, you know, there's a lot of debate about global warming. You know, I'm sure you know that about that term. But I think you don't even have to get too deeply into the science of it. You know, I think it's obvious. If you if you dump stuff in the rivers, chemicals or whatever waste, you're going to pollute the rivers. You know, if you pump stuff into the air, you're going to pollute the air. It's obvious, man. You know, you don't have to. That there is science to it, and I do believe in the science. You know, I think global warming, it does exist. The ozone deteriorates, you know, and there's a lot. There's definitely stuff there, you know. So you don't need to have a massive debate that goes so complex, you know. There is definite evidence, you know, that there's problems there, and I think everyone's got a part to play, you know. I mean, you know, I try and do as much as I can, basically. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know, but I try. I know about these things. I'm conscious of it, you know. I wanna do my best, you know, and yeah, I try, you know. I did. Who would think? You know. And yeah, it was an amazing time because it was the last week of the Soviet Union, you know, and when we were here, and it was mind blowing, you know. I mean, people were walking around confused, you know, Russian people, because I think for the first time they could express themselves like completely freely, and they were like, oh, you know, it was pretty wild. And like I say, I've always been interested in Soviet, you know, things to do with the Soviet past. I have Soviet movie collection, like huge, you know, and
what's your favorite Soviet movie?
well, there's a few, but the one that was really, I was talking about the other day with someone, that was really strange, is a film called Stalker.
Sorry?
Stalker, 1970s movie. It is fucking insane. You know the film I'm talking about. It's called Stalker. It's a sci-fi movie. It's kind of sci-fi, psychological sci-fi movie. But the production and the camera work and the direction is fantastic. You know, I mean, both in modern Russia and the Soviet times, the quality of filmmaking is superb. Really, really good, and I really mean that. I really enjoy Russian movies.
And
Sorry, I got to mention my favourite movie from recent Soviet times is the brother films, the two films. Love those movies so much, man.
okay, Barney, and the last question, maybe not a question. Can you leave, please, a message for your Russian fans?
Oh, you know, it's just a simple one. Just thanks to everyone for supporting us. You know, like I say, it's an honour to be able to come and play so many shows. You know, for when a lot of bands aren't able to do it. So, thank you. You know.